The mist-shrouded stage greets our hero. He is not a tourist. He is an architect of the wild. Carrying a pickaxe, a shovel, and an axe, he strides into the forest, his sharp eyes scanning for the perfect location. He finds it, a humble, unassuming hillside. Without a word, he begins his ritual. With the pickaxe, he rips through the old turf, then uses the shovel to clear a perfect rectangle, marking his territory. This isn't just digging a hole. This is laying a foundation. He uses his axe to sharpen branches into pointed stakes and drives them deep into the earth. Then, gathering flexible saplings, he begins to weave. Yes, he is weaving, a technique thousands of years old, creating a sturdy wattle fence. Immediately, he uses the pickaxe to break the ground within, and with his shovel, he hurls the earth and stone behind the fence, transforming it into the first retaining wall. Even a man of iron needs warmth. He pauses, pulling out his secret weapon, a portable wood stove. He assembles the chimney, stuffs it with tinder, and sparks a fire. The flame roars to life like a challenge. In that moment, he even spots a wild apple tree and, with a long pole, knocks down a single red apple. He returns to the stove, places his kettle on top, and rewards himself with a steaming drink. White smoke billows up, a signal to the forest. The work has only just begun. Re-energized, he returns to the fight. This time he wields a crowbar and a pickaxe, battling every rock, every layer of hard clay. The pit grows deeper, like a great scar widening on the hillside. He wastes nothing. He moves to another patch of earth, fills a bucket with pliable clay, and mixes it with water. This is mortar, nature's own adhesive. Now it is time for the giants. He fells large trees, sawing them into two perfect pillars and hauling them into the pit. Using a specialized draw knife, he strips them of their bark. He digs 2 deep holes, erects the pillars, and meticulously packs stones around them to lock them in place. And then he begins to build the heart of the home. Stone by stone, carefully selected, is stacked and bound with the clay mortar he just made. He's not just building a wall. He's creating a masterpiece, a stone fireplace, complete with a small nook above and a chimney reaching for the sky. The moment of truth. He lights the fire, and it works. The fireplace blazes, and the chimney begins to bellow smoke proudly. Warmth is secured. Now to expand. He digs 2 more post holes outside, erects 2 more pillars, and uses long, peeled logs to connect them all, creating a sturdy wooden frame that envelops the entire pit.
The road to recovery was long. There were moments when Liam doubted himself. He thought about giving up. But with Noah's unwavering support and the forgiveness of Sarah, Liam continued pushing forward. He worked hard, rebuilt his career, and
He begins to create the interior walls. Log after log is sawn short and stacked like a complex puzzle. This is the cordwood technique, both for decoration and for its incredible insulating properties. He even carefully lays a black tarp behind it for waterproofing, ensuring not a single drop of moisture can get in.
Faltered under the weight of her ambition. She spent long hours at the office, missing dinners and weekends, always chasing the next promotion, the next deal. James, who had once been her partner and best friend, now felt like a stranger to her. He became more distant, and their once loving relationship turned into a series of cold, silent dinners and forced conversations. One day, after a particularly
The roof comes next. He hauls massive, naturally curved logs, placing them on the frame to create a gentle, arched roof. Plank by plank, wood is laid horizontally, and finally, a giant, black waterproof tarp is draped over the entire structure, sealing the shelter from the outside world. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the most spectacular plot twist. He takes his shovel, and the entire mountain of earth he had excavated, he now returns it. Shovel by shovel, he is burying his own creation alive. He is erasing all traces. Finally, he carefully places every patch of green turf back on top. In an instant, the house has vanished. It is one with the hill.
Would you mind if I joined you? Sarah asked in a soft voice. Grace nodded, unsure why she was even allowing a stranger into her broken world. For a long time, they sat in silence, the sound of the city around them blending with the soft rustling of the pigeons. Eventually, Sarah spoke. You know, she said, her voice warm and wise, I used to think that success was everything. I thought it would make me happy. But after many years of chasing that dream, I realized something important. It's the people we love, the relationships we nurture, and the kindness we give that make life truly meaningful. Grace
Outside, camouflage. Inside, a paradise. He erects 2 more support pillars inside for good measure. Then he begins a job of supreme patience, laying the floor. Tiny log pieces are sawn, split, and meticulously arranged. At the same time, he continues to use the clay mortar, plastering every gap in the cordwood wall, transforming it into a solid, airtight mass. He's still not done. He uses planks to build a window frame right next to the entrance.
Lessons about love and forgiveness. Though they didn't get back together, Grace and James both moved forward, knowing that they'd shared something special, that they had both grown from their experiences. Grace learned to love herself again and to value the relationships that truly matter. She started volunteering at a local shelter, giving back to her community, and learning to be more present in the lives of others.
A clear plastic sheet is stretched to create the window. He begins to build a door, reinforced with strong diagonal planks. And then, as if on cue, the final test arrives. Winter. Snow begins to fall, but it doesn't stop him. He uses freshly split planks to build a small staircase leading down to the door. He even uses a dark liquid to stain and treat the wood, protecting it from rot.
Crumbled as Sarah filed for divorce. Alone, unemployed, and broken, Liam found himself drowning in a sea of regret and shame. He started drinking heavily, trying to numb pain. The man who had once been driven and confident now sat in a dark apartment, wondering if he could ever recover. It was during one of these long nights that Liam met someone who would change his life. He stumbled into a small coffee shop, his mind foggy from the alcohol.
A house isn't enough. He wants a home. He goes and digs up an entire young pine tree, roots and all, and plants it right beside his shelter. As the snow deepens, he builds again, erecting 2 more posts to create a porch, covered with a roof of wood and a beautifully curved log.
As he listened to others share their stories of struggle and redemption, he began to see a glimmer of hope. He realized that he wasn't alone in his suffering. People who had lost their jobs, their families, their self-worth were all there, fighting to rebuild their lives. Liam started attending therapy and working on his issues with alcohol. He found solace in small victories, resisting the urge to drink, showing up to group meetings, and slowly repairing his damaged self-esteem.
The project now becomes a work of art. He covers the porch roof with turf and pine branches for camouflage. He weaves a small fence, builds a table, a stool. He builds an outdoor grill. And then he saws hundreds of round log cookies, laying them on the porch floor like cobblestones. Still not satisfied, he goes into the forest, gathers green moss, and tucks it into the gaps between the wooden rounds. This is the finale. In the middle of a white, frozen world, the wooden door opens to reveal an unbelievably cozy space. The fire is lit, the home decorated for Christmas. He prepares a hot meal on his stove. He sits on his porch in the middle of the fairy tale scene he built himself and enjoys his reward. From a barren hillside with only sweat, ingenuity, and an unbreakable will, he has built a masterpiece. A tiny paradise, hidden and warm, before which even the harshest winter must bow.